having a contest at school, at my high school, and there was 3 categories. There was poetry, short story, and oh man, I can't think of the other one. Sonnet or something like that. But anyways, and I was not expecting to win. All I knew was that I wanted to write something because I was so deeply and emotionally inspired by that movie. So I did. And I won for Best in the County short story. And today in the mail, while I was at work, my sister-in-law sent me a copy of the story because I actually put it into a different contest after I had won the Young Authors contest, and they told me that was too long, so I had to cut it all up, which really upset me. And my mom had told me that I had another copy, but I didn't. And so for 2 years now, I've gone without a copy. So I finally mentioned it to my sister-in-law that if she could send me a copy of it, I'd really, really appreciate it. And I want to read it to you guys. It might be 2 videos long, and I apologize if it's really long. But it is a part of me, it's a part of my soul, so it is written in 2-person point of view. It's written between a daughter and a mother. So when I say Christine, I'm talking about the daughter, and when I say Janice, I'm talking about the mother. So here we go. Dedication. People always ask me why I would write about something that happened nearly 10 years ago. Well, I wrote this story because I care. I've never forgotten about what happened on September 11th, and I probably never will. That can be a good and bad thing. What I do know is that the people that died for us are heroes. No matter what age or how weak they were, they fought for us. They saved people that they didn't even know. I respect those people so much. This story was supposed to be about a girl that became a hero. It is so much more than that. This story is about the bond of a mother and daughter and the faith that will hold them together forever. I am so glad that I wrote this story because I know that God appreciates it. I want to show the people that I haven't forgotten. I will never forget. Rest in peace, all the people that fought for us, that died for us. You are in my heart every day. Sorry guys, I gotta get a drink of water. I have a little bit of a head cold. Okay, it says introduction. From the moment I laid eyes on my sweet baby girl, I wanted to hold her forever and never let go. She was so precious to my heart. From the day my sweet Christine was born, she held a special place in my heart. Before I knew it, that baby of mine was 18 years old. I knew it was her dream to travel the world. She wanted to help people who desperately needed it in any way she could. I knew in my heart that she wanted it, and I wanted it for her. But in a way, she was still that smiling baby girl that I brought home from the hospital. I was always watching out for Christine. She was my treasure, my gift from God. She was beautiful in every way. It hurts my heart to think about that horrible day that she went to sing with the angels. I can feel her presence always. She is still my angel. Christine, September 6, 2001, 9:30 a.m. The day finally came that I could start my life anew. My soul soared and my heart beat fast. As I sat in the terminal, I thought back to my younger years. The years I will never forget, no matter how hard I try. Since I was little, I always had a heart to help people. I even wanted to help myself when I broke my leg after I fell from a tree in my backyard. I was so angry when my parents sent for a doctor. first tattoo. Wow, were they mad that day. When they finally decided to see the tattoo, their eyes went from anger to acceptance. I still have that Jesus loves me tattoo over my heart. My thoughts are interrupted when my mom hands me a cup of steamy hot java. I think my mom is the one that's the most upset about me leaving. I guess she kind of sees me as Dad when he left. It is hard for her to believe that I'm not leaving her forever. Thank you, Mom. She slowly sits down and puts a warm arm over my shoulder and whispers, "You are my angel in my ear." She always says that when she knows I'm going somewhere distant and far. My eyes brim with tears as I wrap my arms around her. I muffle, and you are my golden trumpet, as I lean into her shoulder. She laughs as she strokes my hair. Suddenly, somebody says over the intercom, "Flat 25 will not board at this time. Please bring all luggage and personal items to the security gate." I slowly sit up with my mom right beside me. We both try to hold back our tears. She is still holding tightly to my arm as if she will never let go. I squeeze her fingers as we draw nearer to the security gate. As the security officer checks my bags, I get a final chance to say goodbye to my mother. I turn towards the woman that has sheltered me and loved me all these years. Words can't describe how much I love and appreciate her. Mom, I love you. Thank you so much for everything you have ever done for me. She smiles and cups my face in her hands as she kisses my forehead. This will be the last call for Flight 25. I stand up straight and give her my best smile that she loves the best. I slowly pick up my luggage and I start walking towards my destination. Everything seems to be moving in slow motion. At every step, my breaths become quicker and my tears stream. I hear Mom say one last goodbye before I get on the plane and fly to the life ahead of me. Janice. As soon as Christine turned her back, the pain struck in. A part of me wanted to jump on that plane that was taking my baby so far away from me. Another part of me beamed with pride. It was so hard to believe that this was my daughter, the one who used to come home sweetly smiling after a day at Bible school. Minutes after Flight 25 had left, I still just stood there silently. My head was still frozen in a sweet goodbye. Tears were stinging my eyes to where I knew I couldn't hold back. No matter how hard I tried, the hot tears that came were not just because I was going to miss her, but because I was so proud of the strong, determined woman she had become. "Ma'am, are you okay?" I was so deep in thought that I didn't see the worried flight attendant next to me. I silently told her I was okay, and then I gave her a slight smile. As I walked out of United Airlines Airport, I felt myself begin to slowly relax. Before I reached my car, I had reassured myself that she would be just fine. Christine. I knew getting on this plane was a hard step for my mom. I respect her for that. It's hard for me to leave my childhood behind. I know in my heart this is what God wants me to do. Flight 25 will be taken off in 5 minutes. Please take your seats and respect the seatbelt sign. I'd never been on a plane before. It was scary how it made loud noises that made your ears want to pop at a speed that was horrifying. As the plane flew into the sky, I leaned my head back and thought about what dreams lay ahead of me. Going to the city of dreams is exciting for me. Wow, would you look at that skyline? The voice of the lady beside me woke me up from my deep slumber. After my eyes adjusted, I realized what she was talking about. New York seemed to be full of buildings that reached for the sky. I wondered to myself how God had enough time to make something so incredibly beautiful. Flight 25 will be landing in New York Airport in a few short minutes. I hope you enjoyed your flight and thank you for flying with United Airlines. I closed my eyes and smiled to myself. My head heart struggled to get home, knowing that Christine wasn't going to be there. As I slowly pulled into the driveway, my heart expected Christine to run out and say, "Do you need help with those groceries, Mom?" My mind only saw a black, lonely driveway. God wouldn't want me to be so sad. Knowing that, I saw the guy out of the car. Since Christine wasn't going to be home for a while, I didn't buy many groceries, but just a few here and there. As I walked up the sidewalk to my house, I couldn't take my eyes off the images that Christine had drawn when she was little. She was so proud of those pictures. "Get a hold of yourself, Janice." I closed my eyes while shaking my head. If I kept going on like this, I will never get inside. When I finally reached the wood door, I struggled to find my keys. I keep reminding myself every day to buy a new pocketbook. I sighed with relief when my fingers finally brushed the cold metals. I put the key in the door and pushed with my shoulder. The door finally opened with a slight whoosh. I could feel the cold chill coming from the inside. When I took my first step on the hardwood floors, I sensed that something was different. After a few minutes, I realized what it was. My heart wasn't ready to let go of Christine just yet. I quietly walked in the kitchen to put the groceries away. Cocoa Pebbles were still sitting on the kitchen table from this morning. Cocoa Pebbles has been Christine's favorite cereal for as long as I can remember. She would throw a fit when I came home from a grocery trip with the wrong cereal. "Mommy, do I have to remind you over and over that Cocoa Pebbles are the only cereal I will eat?" She would say with her arms crossed. Suddenly I heard a slight dinging in the living room. The phone, it has to be Christine. I ran as fast as my feet would take me and answered it right on the last ring. "Hello," I asked, totally out of breath. When I heard my baby's sweet voice, my heart melted. I missed her so much already. I was so relieved when she told me the plane had landed safely. She told me how scared she had been, but that was all worth it when she saw New York for the very first time. I was so happy for Christine. She had finally made her dreams come true. Christine